that heroes, they truly exist. I cry watching the days. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, Devi, daCAT, SHIRO update video. Guys, if you're new, well, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And I guess we'll go over a little Earth 2 as well. I'll do, yeah, let me retweet that space here, or requote that here, and let me tell everyone, you know what, they'll figure it out. But I will send Telegram, and then also we have the, give me 1 second, gonna read press release involving, the press release mentions daCAT as well, which is really cool. To go over Earth 2 first? Yeah, let's go over some Earth 2 first. Yesterday, I was brought to my attention that there was a couple of things going on in the Earth 2 Discord. And on the Earth 2 Discord, I was like, okay, there was a lot of blatant disrespect in there in the past, and maybe a little bit yesterday as well, although some of that might have been justified. Aria Realty, he's a big Earth 2 player. He first put in, I don't know how many thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars, sold at a profit, had all of this essence. I think he actually bought even more essence. Like, he had X amount of essence, and I think bought even more when it came out. And then it kind of came out that he had slowly sold over the past X amount of months or year, whenever they were able to do that. So I went in the Discord. I was like, I posted this thing. I was like, hey guys, what about this kind of this lawsuit that I see here? And shout out to Predict My Future in the Earth 2 Discord. She was like, hey, listen, this has kind of already been publicly addressed, and it's not, I guess it was addressed in the Discord, or it was addressed in a stream that I couldn't find. And she said, basically, boom, 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 it was due to an ex-employee having a little bit issue with payment. I'm not 100% sure what that was, and it never really made sense to me that the company was closing down, because they had, again, you have them uploading videos that get hundreds of thousands of views per video. You have Shane doing giveaways. You have the entire Earth 2 team like buying these skins. And unlike VeVe, where we have to share most of that revenue, Earth 2 doesn't. It's their own IP. And granted, it's skins, and there's not, they don't have, again, the IP that we do, so they can never really make, like, 50,000, 100,000 in a day, but they could make a good 10, 20K. And when they drop some of these things, I have a bunch of those skins. So again, it never really made sense that they were going to close down. So I was like, so I left it kind of open ended. I was like, hey, Shane, if you can clear some things up. But they did in the Discord. I wound up taking the post down because it read not great. And I bought a little more essence on the way. So I don't have a ton. I have like a very, very small 4-figure amount of essence. And I would still love Shane for coming on the podcast. I was one of their first YouTubers, me and Aria Realty. And I hope he gets back in. And I think he might. He did say that when he sees the sentiment go up, that's when he'll probably get back into essence. Let's take a look at that on the day. Let's see where it's at. If I go to Gecko Terminal and I type in ESS, should be, yeah, it's the first thing that comes up. Actually up 4% on the day to 3.1 cents. It is, okay, we have a little bit of a green bar there over like on the hour candle. I'm not sure how much of that is because people are buying, although it has $16,000 in volume. I'm not sure how much of that is because people are buying, and how much of that is because crypto's just up like a mother flapper today. So you have, let's say Bitcoin way above 110. It's not way above. It's 110.2, 4.3% up on the last 24 hours. And then you have Ethereum up 6.9% on the day. You know what to do. Comment nice down below for the 69. And again, everything's just, I don't want to say ripping. I mean, Bitcoin and Ethereum are. XRP is up 2.5%, BNB is up 2.2, Solana up 5.7, Dogecoin 5.8, Tron up 2, Lido staked up 7. So again, there's a lot of these things, and actually you have Hype or Hyperliquid up 11% on the day, and AAVE up 11.5%. So markets kind of turn around. Why is this? Why is this this happening? There are some clues. You have HODL Florida yesterday that had said, if we don't hit all-time high soon, I will be fully convinced that there's much more paper Bitcoin that's being bought and traded than anything else. That there's no way these companies are claiming that they're buying millions and billions of dollars of tokens without it being true. Now, you do have a little bit pushback on here by somebody saying, hey, be advised, a lot of people that hold a lot of Bitcoin are really OGs. They've been holding for 8, 16 years, etc. So a lot of them are the ones selling. And again, not all of them. But you have Josh Mandel, great guy, said it's simple. Short sellers of IBIT, for example, are creating paper Bitcoin. This happens through operational short selling, where the market makers borrow ETF shares and then short them, while the fund itself holds the real Bitcoin. And the result is more claims on Bitcoin than actual coins. The coins were originally purchased when the shares were bought for the first time. When a short seller borrows shares and sells them short, it's essentially like selling the same shares again. No extra coins are acquired in the process. The buyer of these short sold shares might assume Bitcoin is being bought on the open market that day, but that's not the case. One thing that we appreciate about buying Bitwise ETF shares is that you are able to see $2.1 million worth of Bitcoin purchased that very day when you make that investment. And you have a couple of people say, well, what happens when you when the chicken comes home to roost? Well, the levees will break at some point, and after the levees break, boom, Bitcoin goes and I think at 115,000, it liquidates, I don't know how many billions of dollars worth of shorts. So you have Andre Stolzik saying, okay, I'll unmute the term paper Bitcoin because this actually makes sense. People can pile into the Bitcoin ETFs, but effectively only buy lent shares that are shorted, thus no new Bitcoin is bought from the market. Just under a year ago, do I need to share that? Yeah, just under a year ago, I was clued into the fact that it's possible to multiple short shares. So if you buy a share that was shorted, my share that you just bought can be lent out again and bought again. Thus, there might be multiple owners of the same share. This was evidently a big part of the thesis of the GameStop squeeze. It would not be possible to buy back all of the shorted shares as the total was way above 100%. And evidently, it was reported as 140% of the float, which is nuts. So as long as no one sold, it couldn't be unwound. And that's why GameStop went crazy. And I think that that's what's happening for Bitcoin right now as well. Like Michael Saylor isn't buying these shares; that he's straight up just buying Bitcoin. So same likewise for Metaplanet, likewise for Jack Dorsey, Elon Musk, etc. And Adam Graff comments saying that every short is a future buy. It just depends at higher, which is bad for them, or lower, which is good for them. And they can wait it out and kick the can down the road and wait to buy lower, but that costs them. In the end, they'll likely be forced to buy during a face-melting God candle one day out of nowhere. And I'm not gonna lie, I believe that's possible. Anyway, before let's read the press release, shall we? Let's go. And this will be about me, about Definity, about VeVe and daCAT. I posted it on X, so you can go in and take a look. I love that Definity X Real Randy Chavez YouTube channel. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. Definity Markets invests in the Real Randy Chavez YouTube channel to boost digital asset education across investor segments. London. Definity Markets, the first full stack of institutional digital asset matching and settlement platform for fiat and digital assets, is thrilled to announce its strategic acquisition of an equity stake in the popular YouTube channel, The Real Randy Chavez. This investment marks a significant milestone in our ongoing partnership with Randy Chavez, who's been a shareholder and advocate for Definity Markets since 2023. Randy Chavez, known for his engaging content and in-depth analysis of crypto and financial markets, along with his new daCAT universe premiering on VeVe later this year, has built a loyal and dedicated audience on his YouTube channel. I'm going to read that again because I'd love to see daCAT and VeVe in a press release. Randy Chavez, known for his engaging content and in-depth analysis of the crypto and financial markets, along with his new daCAT universe premiering on VeVe later this year, has built a loyal and dedicated audience on his YouTube channel. With a keen eye for emerging trends and a passion for educating his viewers, Randy has become a trusted voice in the industry. His content aligns perfectly with Definity Markets' missions to democratize access to financial markets and provide transparent, secure, and innovative trading solutions. Investing in Randy's YouTube channel was a natural progression for us, said Manu Chattery, CEO of Definity Markets. He goes on to say, Randy's expertise and reach in the digital asset community make him an invaluable partner. The acquisition not only strengthens our brand, but also allows us to tap into a highly engaged audience that shares our vision for the future of finance. End quote. Randy Chavez, who already owns a minority stake in Definity Markets, expressed his enthusiasm about the partnership, stating, I'm excited to deepen the relationship with Definity Markets to include cross-shareholding. Their commitment to innovation and transparency resonates with my own values, and I'm looking forward to continue to educate and inform my audience about the opportunities in the institutional digital asset space. End quote. Definity Markets' acquisition of an equity stake in the Real Randy Chavez YouTube channel reflects our commitment to empowering individuals with the knowledge and tools needed to navigate the rapidly evolving financial landscape. This initiative supports our mission to promote knowledge sharing and education across the digital asset ecosystem, from institutional participants to individual investors. More about Definity Markets and their DEFX token on another Medium article, and then more about the Randy Chavez YouTube channel. So that was a lot of fun, and they should be going out and promoting that on through their own channels as well. I will wait and I'll repost a bunch of those when those come out. So shout out to Mr. MC1 for being the first to go in and say, hey, Chavez, I believe in you. Right on. 10K at 100K valuation. And then this, they missed the valuation this one. What is the valuation that they bought in at? Well, that is going to remain private. But you know how Fudders were saying, yeah, Randy Chavez, no way it's worth 250K. That's a lie. You know, despite us showing proof that we had a lot of these payments go through and a lot of these sponsorships come in. Despite that, Fudders cried and said, no way it's worth that. Well, I guess they're half right. Not worth 250K. Worth quite a bit more now. Suck it, haters. Anywho, let's keep on going here. What do we got? Oh, there's a lot of, oh wow, there's a lot of comments. I'm gonna get to that at some point. Press release. Yep, actually. Yeah, he might have seen it by now. Bill Gardner saying first like. How's it going, Bill Gardner, my man? Planet Vampire. Wow. Give me the party hat. Mr. MC1 says, congratulations, Randy. What a deal. Thank you. Thank you. Shake hands. Love you, brother. Wish I could have been in Portugal with y'all. Am I Iron Man? Or no, I'm sorry. Am I Colonel Rhodes in Iron Man 1? Because next time, baby. DB Crypto, what's going on? I love the fact that the Cat family gets to help celebrate here with me. And says, "What's up, Randy fam? Let's get it. Let's get this bread. Let's get it started in hot. Okay. All of this, and I haven't even gone over any of the cryptos yet. Let's take a look at SHIRO. It's up 11% on the day. Good for you, SHIRO. With 930,000 in volume, they are up to almost $5.4 million market cap, and yeah, it looks good on the day. If you scroll past that, we're down about 1% on the week, 5% on the 14-day, and then 59% on the 30-day. That hack was not good. But I think this went down to like 4 point something at one point, and then obviously now is it back up for good? I mean, they have a bunch of stuff that they're doing. They have a bunch of burns. I think they burn like 21% of the supply, which is nuts. They buy it back first before they burn it. So you do see a lot of price action there. And again, typically it's usually multiple millions per day. Last couple of days has been a bit low, 930,000, which is what we need to get daCAT up to. daCAT does not have $930,000 in volume. It doesn't even have 1,000 in volume today. However, because it's paired with ETH, it is up 6% on the day. I was in a couple of spaces today. I couldn't tell you which ones they were. But obviously I mentioned daCAT and VeVe in pretty much all of them. If it's a super long space, like I was in a space the other day, it's a 10-minute shill. So with 10 minutes, what you say is, okay, I'm Randy. And then I go over through like the brief history after I got out of the military, went into finance, did really successful, got into, Tesla and Pokemon cards, and then YouTube, and then Earth 2 is how I found OMI, and that's how I found VeVe. And then I've been doing this for X amount of years. And then I go over all the partnerships but mostly daCAT, where I just say like, hey, we're going to be on VeVe. And I use it as a conduit because you don't want to go in when you have a bunch of people. Let's say there's like 80 people in a space, right? And let's say they're broken up into like 17 to 20 groups of like 5. I'm sorry, 5 groups of like 17 to 20 people, and it makes up about 80, right? And you could say, do you want to be above the circle or do you want to be part of it? If I come in as a just a VeVe affiliate, which I am, link down below, then it's like, okay, well, you know, this guy, does he even really care about VeVe? He's just an affiliate. You know, they already have a couple 100,000 followers over on X. They make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. Like, you know, and he wants us to, like, you know, go over him. They're already successful. They're already crushing it. But if I come in as the owner of the daCAT IP and say, hey, I managed to ink a deal with VeVe. We're going to be getting on the VeVe app later this year, and we're taking a bunch of you with us. We're taking a bunch of the people from Chaos on the Chains, Sharby, Crappy Bird. Crappy Bird's been doing amazing, by the way. And then you have the most recent ones, Ladies on the Soul and Space Penguins, which I'm finishing that. And if you are part of the circle and not above it, then it's like, oh, one of, yeah, and then you get them to rally around. It's like when you have to give a dog a pill. Do you just give him the pill? No. The pill is gross, is disgusting, but you give it to him inside of a treat. I don't want to shove VeVe down everyone's faces, be like, yo, guys, buy this new Lambo, buy this new Maserati. That looks so freaking good. And it does. Honestly, I don't even need to say that. It kind of sells itself. But I say, hey, I give them like the VeVe, but in a way that I'm coming at it, I'm putting myself in their shoes. Yeah, meme communities, going on VeVe, going to make a difference. And that's how. So I have 2 deals later this week that should be finalized to also come into the daCAT universe, and we'll have a comic on VeVe. I don't have a. They're not inked yet. They're not done. The final calls will be in the next 2 days. So on Wednesday, I should be finalizing one of them, and I'll tell you all who that is. And then the other one, we don't have a set date to meet for the final time, but things do look good. I'm very happy with that. And again, all roads lead to VeVe, because that's just how one hand washes the other. Anywho, let's keep going. That was daCAT. What do I have here? Let's do Devi here real quick. Devi's down about 3.5% on the day to just under 55 cents, 54.9. Let's see if it's anything. It's 55 on Gecko Terminal. But let's see what the volume was. It's 445,000, so not a ton. And again, I really enjoyed the Devi roundup that they had like 2 days ago, where they were talking. Actually, I think I have some. I think I have a screenshot or 2 on there that I have to read from Devi. Talk about this. Yeah, the roundtable did a lot the other day. Aside from it being great to hear from Tom, Ray, and Will, it meant that people could gain a grasp for what's happening. I learned a lot, and my takeaways were: 1, Will has a proper pedigree in moving tech companies forward. His strategy in building with value and investors, rather than just any old investors, seems simple. I'm sure it isn't, but it's incredibly effective. 2, I believe Tom described loosely how his phase of leading, the concept phase perhaps, is coming to an end, which is great for us early phase investors. It suggests the more commercial phase is upon us. 3, there was speak of actual integration to the TradFi partner. This suggests to me the exchange is at quite an advanced phase and the TradFi partner is properly working with the team. 4, the talk about being able to trade with your assets leaving a hardware wallet was really cool. There are hundreds of billions of assets in hardware storage. Actually, before I get to number 5, I do want to go over where this is late last night. No, that was talking about Devi. Let's go over that. I could have sworn I sent it out this morning. Maybe I didn't. And if I didn't, that is my bad. Oh, yeah, no. SEC Chair Paul Atkins says the right to self-custody crypto is a foundational American value. And I said, that's right. Sign up for the Devi exchange, link down below, and never give up custody of your crypto again. You can trade on the exchange without having to give up custody of the crypto. Oh, that's absolutely groundbreaking. And then number 5, comments about how this could complement payment providers is super exciting. The theme of helping companies be more efficient shown through, and we are on the brink of something epic. Again, that is from a guy named It Clown over on the Devi Telegram. We have somebody else saying, "Holy smokes, did we hit the jackpot or what?" The video blew my mind, not just because of the project talk, but because it showcased true camaraderie in action. These partners aren't just colleagues, they're dynamic who genuinely admire and inspire each other. Every laugh, every shared glance, every spark of enthusiasm lit up the screen, proving their bond goes way beyond work. It's our mutual respect and electrochemistry that makes this team unstoppable. That's what makes it so darn thrilling. And for this, I'd have to say, both Will and Ray both seem like kind of like no nonsense guys. Not that Tom is, but like I just love Tom. I just know him better, so I know I see through the external facade that he has on. Um, but Will and Ray both seem like kind of like no nonsense guys. Can't push him around, and I believe everything they say because again, no nonsense. They just tell it like it is. So if anyone and picture someone in your head, that person that like you can kind of tell like, all right, they're saying this to say it, they're saying a tall tale, or like this was not that. When Will said this particular piece, I was like, damn, either he genuinely means it, which I'm 99.99% sure that's the case, or he's a really good liar. Because he's saying something that's true. He said, I would much rather have a C plus technology with an A plus team as opposed to having an A plus technology with a C plus team. Now that we can all agree on. Anyone that's been in the business world, especially working in tech, 100% all day you would want that. And then he says, but with Tom and with Ray, I have an A plus team working with an A plus tech space. And I was like, bet on the horse or bet on the jockey. You don't have to choose in this one. You're betting on both. So I added a tiny bit more Devi. They got me bullish, man. They got me bullish. So I went in and I bought a little bit more. So I still have a very small amount, and I really want to get more. But maybe that's for another time. Also, I don't know if anyone else had this thing where I was trying to swap yesterday, like $250, and it like wouldn't let. And even today, it's like the network like wouldn't let me. It just Oh, thank you. Meow, meow, meow. What's up, Kuma? Saying what's up, Randy and fam. Let's get it. Echo 70 712 saying what's up, how's it going? How y'all doing, fam? Meow, meow, meow. Marsan says congrats on the sponsorship. Why, thank you. I thank you. It's well, they'd already sponsored the channel, but now they've actually bought into it. So we did a lot of cross shareholding, and then there was a little bit of something else. And but again, it's not it goes a bit deeper than the sponsorship, which is nice. Says congratulations, you earned it. Thank you. I feel like I did as well. Ilgar says congrats. Why, thank you. I'm trying. Oh wow, there's a lot of we got Potsy Weber, my main man, saying pulled the trigger on Stacker World and he bought a partner statue. My man, let me go give him congrats. How much was that on Stacker World? But he got the number 2702. Good for him. Partner statue. So yesterday you saw partner statue at like 940, and then today it was at like 1040. And he did it on Stacker. I don't know. I knew he had like 20-ish million OMI. I don't know how much he has right now. But let's see. Partners statue. 49 in the market. 1044. And goes 1049, 1069, 10. So there's like a bunch between a 1044 and 1090. Then it goes up to 1289, and then it goes up to 1500. And now, really 95. So there's you're not going to buy it anymore on Stacker because now it's like it's like almost $2,000 for it on Stacker versus the 1044 that it is there. So obviously it's no. But again, if you have like a billion OMI and you don't have any gems, like what's an extra grand to you at that point? Fatsu Weber said, boom, 50 million. Oh, okay. So all right, so that is how much you got. Good, my man. I would have I have I just saw that. I'm curious how much that was. You don't have to say, but that's really nice. I made the not declaration. I just made the assessment that In a blow off top, you have Partner Statue, Secret Rare Spider-Man, and you have the Miles Morales Secret Rare that could all potentially be $100,000 later this year. They could have some six-figure sales. The gold logo, if the parties keep going and they keep getting that bread, and at some point in a blow off top, you'll probably see it $30,000-$60,000. I mean, there's been a lot. I think a lot of this had to do with Lisbon. So shout out to Mr. MC1 for this. Oh, what up, Bill Gardner? Thank you for the super chat saying to Definity and beyond. I don't think there's been a gold logo party in Europe until Lisbon. So when they were there, they handed out a bunch of gold logos, like not for free, like they gave it to deserving people. But at London, they gave them, they gave some out, and then at Lisbon, they gave some out. So you would expect like one or two of those hitting the market. And with one or two of those hitting the market, you'd expect it go from like, I think 3,100 it was, or 3,050. You'd expect it to go down like 29, 28, 27. But it didn't. It did the opposite. They had said after the parties must have been so star-spangled awesome that you had the cross trades of the people that wanted to sell and the people that wanted to buy. But then you also had other people that probably experienced the party or parties didn't get a gold logo, and they're like, heck it, I'm buying. And again, those words of F it, I'm doing it, are responsible for so much shenanigans. And now again, the low is 3,500 over on 3,500 on VeVe, and then on the app it's 18 times 0.00. It's 3,900 on Stacker. So and a lot of times on Stacker you get discounts. Not this time. People are wise to that now. And anything that is on VeVe, again, a lot of times you would get stuff cheaper on Stacker, but for the Grails, not anymore. Not for the gold logo. So yeah, I see like a 9 to 20x with this. 9 being the low at like 30, 20x being like 70K. And the reason why, and I made videos like this before, I think it was 2 years ago in Whale Week, when I had said, I used the example of Greg Schultz, Biden's former campaign manager. He's been on the channel a couple times, and I asked him like, how much for like a dinner plate, like at an event where the president's speaking? He's like, well, I think the last few were like 30,000, per plate. I was like, well, what do you get for that? Do you like how much time do you get to like after the dinner? Do you like get to be in a room with them and talk about stuff? He's like, no, you like sometimes you don't even get to talk to him at all. Like at best, sometimes you get like a couple minutes with the vice president, but at if you get something at all, you get like 30 seconds. So you pay $30,000 for a plate of rubber chicken, not even guaranteed to meet the president, and if you do, you get 30 seconds with him. Now, obviously, that's president. It's a cool story to tell. But David and Dan, again, this company was worth once multiple billions of dollars, and it's not worth that because of the because like a bad company. It's just the way that market cycles go and NFTs. So they reached that with, they had Marvel, they had Disney, they did not have Ubisoft, they did not have well, I guess they had Street Fighter's always been teased, but they haven't given that to us yet. They didn't have their metaverse launch. They didn't have VeVe Comics. God, that's like the amount of quality ads that they've done, not like ads advertisement, but like ads, like add-ons that they've done to the infrastructure of the company is just mind-blowing. So I think that last time, when the company's worth multiple billions and the token was worth, like what? I mean, at one point it was like 1.3 cents, but then it was like 0.007, 0.008. That was without a lot of the stuff that it has now. So I believe that as the company gets bigger and more people want to go to the gold logo parties because they're freaking legendary, they might not even care about the people. They might not even care about the parties, but they'll pay a gold logo because then you have access to them for life. You pay it once. If you want to have dinner with the president or be invited to that dinner, you have to pay $30K every time. But I think people would pay $30K. People pay like $100K in nightclubs just to sit next to, like, just to have their table next to celebrities. So with this, yeah, I could see it doing, yeah, that 30 to 70K. 100K seems like a lot. But I mean, with the partner side, with a lot of these potentially becoming interoperable, that's where I see a lot of this going, because now you have people that would gladly trade their Bored Ape Yacht Club, because some people have multiple of them, for first appearance Mickey and Walt. And I said, because again, outside of Web3, not many people know what a Bored Ape Yacht Club is, or CryptoPunk or an Autoglyph or any of these things, but everyone knows Walt and Mickey. I've made that argument multiple times before. Anyway, lots of stuff to go over. Marcel said, congrats on the sponsorship. I think I went over that. But thank you. Far too kind. Mr. Osborne says, this is Randy's first institutional investor at a healthy valuation. It is the first institutional one, and the something from Definity, which I have to go in and read it. I've read it for the past couple of days, but I'll read it again. 3 days ago. So this was written on June 6th, 2025, saying, today marks a milestone at Definity, our highest revenue day ever, surpassing our previous record by 50%. Grateful to our partners and clients for their continued trust, onwards and upwards. That was likely $100,000 day for them. I repeat, that was likely $100,000 day for them. And they're going to do it more and more and more. Oh, okay. So my man, Pata Weber, where's he at? Had paid the listing price of $1,235 or 5,555,555 OMI, and that is how much partners means to him. Didn't have to go in and go with the hassle to put in gems. I just had the OMI, boom, done. A lot of people value convenience. It's that all day. Like, you ever see some of those like young, like bleeding heart liberals, like, Amazon treats their workers horribly, they use slave labor, and it's like, yeah, that's all terrible. But as a consumer, I value convenience. And sometimes, like, let's say he was in a rush to go somewhere, but because he knows that partner statue is going to go absolutely bananas later this year, or in a blow off top, and that might not be later this year, it could be early next year. He's like, you know what, I don't have time to figure this out right now. My credit card, and which one, they always have to send me a text. And some, like, I put in gems the other night when I got to the number 5 spot of the top 5 wallets that have sub 100 Marvel collectibles. I was in the top 5. I was actually the top 2 like years ago, but then Rolly outbought me. Now I'm top 6 and he's top 5. But it took me a little while to do it, because you go to app.vv.me, put in the credit card, but it wouldn't let me like zoom out. It would, I could see like, okay, text me or email me, and I couldn't hit it. So I had to like refresh and do again. And the second time it worked. But yeah, if you don't want to do all that, and it's so easy to do on Stacker, especially if crypto in other places, send USDC, send ETH there, convert it, pretty easily done. And then boom. Yeah. Done in under a minute, I'm guessing. Anywho, let's continue on. Yeah, first institutional one. We'll get more to come. Let's do, where was I? We did Devi. We did we do Definity? I don't even know if we did. Let's take a look. See, Definity's up 5% on the day to 4.1 cents. That with $2,000 in volume. $7 million market cap, fully diluted, but non-fully diluted is 6.2 million. Let me take a look what the buy orders were on the Gecko terminal. Oh, it only says 3.9 on the Gecko terminal. I think it's just because it's paired with ETH. You've got only 1.3K in volume on there. So I guess the other one had to come from oh, is MEXC. I keep forgetting we have MEXC. and then Pancake Swap. Okay, we have a little bit there as well. All right, let's keep on going. Carlos Ruiz says, let's go, daCAT in the house. I should also mention that for Definity, so yeah, they sponsored the channel, and yeah, now you know, I'd always I don't think it was public, but I had always had a very small minority stake in their actual business, and now I own a little bit more of their business, and they obviously own part of the channel, and I have a bag. I have a decent sized bag. It's bigger than my Devi bag, and my Devi bag I put quite a bit into. Not really that much. Well, I put like 30 something K into Devi. It's down to like 26K right now, but you know, and the Devi bag is just a little bit bigger. Or I'm sorry, the Definity bag is just a little bit bigger. I mean, if you count the ownership stake in the company, it's a lot bigger. But that's, oh, everything's going crazy today. What's OMI doing? What is the OMI at? Because I think that went up a little bit. Up 3% on the day. 00022. Nice little I don't want to say spike, but a nice little healthy looking chart there over the last couple hours. We have 1.2 million in volume. No, that's a lie. We don't have 1.2 million in volume. We have a bit more. Where is Akomi? We have 1.8 million in volume. I think 600K was on DeepSeek. No, it's DeepCoin. I'm sorry. Yeah, 23.5%. So 420K in volume on DeepCoin, and that was the volume there. Let's see the volume everywhere else. Only 63K on Base, 58K on OKX, 380,000 on MEXC, 523,000 on Gate.io, 138,000 on Bitmart, 54,000 on MEXC, but I'm guessing that one was USDC. The big one was USDT. Yeah, my USDT was tripping before. It's tripping. We got another super chat coming in from O'Milly saying, congrats, Randy. There are those who do and those who only yap. Preach. Oh no, my blankie. My blankie fell off. I gotta keep warm. Yeah. And again, O'Milly, remember when I said, whatever you think your platform is, it's worth a lot more. It's worth a lot more, O'Milly. Whatever you think your platform is worth, double it. Depending on what you think it's worth. I don't know. I don't know if you had offers of people doing that. I know you have sponsorships. You have sponsors all the time. But yeah, it's wild. Now, obviously, a lot of it does have to do with the network. So you knowing Mr. MC1 helps. You knowing Rolly helps. You having David come on there helps a lot. The more awesome people you have, and when I say awesome, I don't. And you could have somebody that is. I've known some really cool people that aren't conventionally successful, but they're awesome, and I love them, and they're great. But in the business world, this matters. The more unique, successful people you have on your space, the more unique, successful people you have on the YouTube channel. And if they specialize in something that not everybody specializes in, like I dabble in it. I talk to ChatGPT all the time, right? But having Tina Mani and Sandra, oh god, I forgot her name. I forgot her last name. Let me go on my lives here, and I'll take a look at the last podcast. That Sandy Carter. Okay, when you have Tina Mani and Sandy Carter that both specialize in AI, suddenly if you have someone like, oh, people that like not just work in it, but they write books about it, and they're building businesses around, like, yeah, no, they are straight up. That helps. Being friends with President Biden's former campaign manager helps. Being friends with the former Ohio State treasurer helps. Like, it all helps. So, Amelia, I know you definitely don't need me to tell you anything about this because you're obviously working at this all the time. But obviously, with stuff with VeVe is amazing, and I would not. That's why I put VeVe in there as a footnote. To just thank them, like, hey, I'm excited for daCAT to be on VeVe later this year. And again, that's why I had them add that in there. I recognize that I wouldn't have most of the stuff without VeVe, but branching out and doing, like, I'm not saying to stop VeVe stuff, but continuing to do what you do with VeVe, but then maybe adding a show of something else might be worthwhile. It might not be, but I'd say that's likely worthwhile. What I'm going to ask everyone to do right now is going to be, y'all can smash that like button. That's a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, special super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Yeah, I get it. ETH is exploding. Oh, did ETH just cross 2,700? What is the ETH now? 2716. God damn. So ETH is up on the day, clearly. This is a good time, and daCAT's now up 7% on the day. daCAT be having a 1.782. We're hoping to get 200 soon. All right, where was I here? All right, let's get to, we did the OMI. Okay, we did all the stuff. VeVe vault values rise. So this is something that I have taken a notice at, where, again, partner statue's up, gold logo's up. Todd was up to like 400 at one point, and the Becky Cloonan was up to 400. I have no idea why that was up there, but it was. Todd's about down 375, which is fine. I think someone just must have swept the floor with Becky Cloonan, like, because there's no way that, yeah, it's back down to 93. I was gonna say, there's no way that should be the same as Todd. Becky Cloonan's back down to 93. But to be at 400 once, I was like, oh, you know what? Not bad. I figured that was temporary. Riso was up to 690 now. That was down to like 503. Actually, what is, okay, 25, right? You could actually get this. So it's 690 floor over on VeVe, but you can get like $128 off if you get it on Stacker, because on Stacker there's one for 2,555,555 OMI, which at the current price of 00022 is $562. So you can get over $100 off on Eddie Riso if you do that. Just throwing that out there. My back. Okay, so there's that. We did partners. Let's do Miles here real quick. F the haters. Yeah, Planet Vampire. F the haters. What's up, O'Milly? How's it going, fam? Happy Monday. That's worth a lot more, 250K. And it's, but yeah, this was, yeah. The next, yeah. Remember, Mr. MC1, I said that before the end of the year, I'd like to get it up to $1 million valuation. Well, I'm a lot closer now. This is the first step, or it's a big step, and I think I could justify that before the end of the year, and your 10K that you gave me will have turned into, well, I mean, you got that paid back already, but that'll have turned into 6 figures. Wouldn't that be wild? Okay, so let's start off with the ultra rare Miles Morales. I think that's a 375. And then, yeah, 3,900. That's not. Yeah, that's like 870 on Stacker. So 375 is definitely the cheapest. And again, that secret rare Miles Morales being bought for 30 million OMI is heckin' wild. Let's see exactly what that is. That would be today, because that was bought at like 00021 at 6,300. Now it's 22 at 6,600. So that person that sold it made a nice couple hundo already. And there's no secret rare Miles for sale via OMI. You do have one that's at 7K, if you wish. And then let's try the rare. The rare, I think, is a bit of a sleeper. $150. And then, is that? Oh, $214 over on Stacker. So yeah, it's probably better to get that on the VeVe app. But I love things being cheaper on Stacker because every single purchase on Stacker burns OMI. We may have to replay the clip of how you pitched me last year. Oh, can we do that? Can we do that? What was I don't know which video that was. I know it was around the Akomi verse, but I don't know which. I don't know which one it was. If you can find that and send that to me, and just be like, "Hey, Randy, I know it's in this episode, and I know it's towards the end. I know it was in June of last year, so I guess there's only 4 episodes that it could have been. Because if it was in June, give me one sec here. I forget what day that was. Also, is it a Wednesday? Yeah, it should have only been 4 days. Your support of this channel is amazing. Heck yeah, it is. All right, let's go over the so vault values rose. That was last night. Inception is paper Bitcoin. Okay, blow off top. Okay. Congrats and welcome to the gold silver logo. Jacob Samuel, 283,000 OMI was burned during the transaction. Judging by his other recent posts from VeVe Meister, plenty of people are still unaware, so here it goes. Every transaction made on Stacker World diminishes the circulating supply of OMI. Boom. Yo, what's up, Zombie? How's it going, fam? What it says, were you paid in cash or Definity tokens? Well, the details of that were not they were not released, so it'll have to remain a mystery for now. And then maybe one day, if you want to buy into the channel, good luck. JKRB, give me the thumbs up. Thanks, fam. Rudy name goes, what's up, Randy? What's up, Rudy? I wonder if you heard. I should send it to you. I probably should have sent it to you directly, because I like to share with my friends the fun stuff that I have. But again, next time, baby. Slammy says, "Oh my God, VeVe official. Maybe I'm super late noticing this, but when in a showroom, it looks like the app remembers where I left off scrolling through collectibles." So I thought that was really cool. She goes on to say, "It's not exactly what people ask for, but it's definitely an improvement that she notices and she likes." Very good for her. 1963 SW. My God, saying people are asking about the last public mint, Marvel Comics #1 common cover, and he's got it. He's got that bread. One of one Gary Baseman that a buddy of mine had he bought. So this is the one of one that he bought in like 2022. Finally opened it. It's signed by Gary as well. It's really cool. Love that stuff. Every now and then I like to talk with my friendos. Say hi to Sparky and Tammy. It was just a quick video chat we did last night. It wasn't live. It was just us saying we miss each other. Oh, Shiro Nico says, massive thank you to CoinMarketCap for their assistance in the verification supply for Shiro. That's one beautiful blue check mark. So shout out to CoinMarketCap and Shiro for getting that done. Oh, that's hysterical. I don't know if I can, I think I can go over this. Again, next time. Mr. M. So, Wes, that deal is mind-blowing. Maybe Randy can tell you. We're going to keep some of it. We're going to keep some of it private. Obviously, you guys know that it was, again, Fudders will cry because at the 250K valuation, they're like, that's not real. Yet the institution bought in at a healthier sized valuation, and when I say healthier, I mean it was quite a bit larger than that. But I think that's all I'd be willing to say. Right, meow. Mr. Emerson was, I guess, is private. Just for now. Maybe whoever buys in next, maybe that doesn't become private. Maybe that is maybe it shows a valuation there, and it goes over the details. But on the tons of, hey fam, yeah, what up, fun? Yeah, meow. Mr. Emerson says 4 golden CV logos. 4 gold and silver VeVe logos were given out. Congratulations, Dr. Stuff, Crypto Rain, on your first VeVe gold and silver logo directly from David. Shout out to them. They 100% deserve it. And Dashi too. Yes, of course. Dashi deserves one. And boom, Pazuever still has 50 million OMI left, even after buying that partner statue. Congrats. 2 others also given out. Look forward to finding out who they are. Agreed. Bill Gardner says to Definity and beyond. I'm going to keep that there for a little while. I'm going to keep that there, or I'm going to keep Mr. MC1's comment. That is, yeah, bought by an institution. Okay. There was a maintenance alert for VeVe saying they'll be scheduled for an update starting June 9th, which is today. So I guess that's done. Oh wow. Shiro Nico posts beautiful setup and execution happening for total crypto market, excluding Bitcoin. Cup and handle formation, bullish EMA cross. Credits to our friends at Cryptoverse. Meow. We should celebrate. Should we celebrate with a Shiro burn? I think they should celebrate with a Shiro burn. Meow. Feeling them. They always do burns, and I love it. Oh wow, there's a lot of Crypto Cosmo, my man, saying unreal, absolutely fantastic. Love Crypto Cosmo. All right, there's a lot of replies on here, and I have not gotten to all of them yet. Dawa says the grind never ends. I'll give him some smiley faces for that because it doesn't. The grind doesn't end. All right, moving on from the other stuff. No, I won't go over that. Breaking, the blockchain group plans to raise 300 million euro to buy Bitcoin. This is massive. Shout out to the blockchain group for doing that. And Ben Rose says, leading across borders takes more than strategy, takes humility. Growing businesses across New Zealand, Australia, Asia, and the US, I've learned that what works in one market won't always land in another. The best global leaders listen first, adapt fast, and lead with local insight. I'm still friends with Ben. We are friends with each other. He's a good dude. Watcher Guru says, just in, US and China to hold trade talks in London. I think they're actually going pretty well, last I heard, and that they're going to meet again tomorrow. Roadmap. Oh, don't need to do that just yet. Argentina Anti-Corruption Office clears Javier Milei in Libra crypto promotion scandal. Interesting. Digital asset investment products weekly inflows hit 286 million, bringing the 7-week total to 11 billion, though pace shows as investors await clarity from the US Federal Reserve. Again, they're lying in wait. And the blockchain group starts 300 million euro ATM share sale to expand Bitcoin holdings. Shout out to them. Breaking, we have 1 billion USDT that was minted at the Tether Treasury. There's billions. Oh my God, there's so much being minted all the time. A lot of liquidity coming in. Chainlink successfully facilitates Hong Kong and Australia's CBDC. Stablecoin exchange in pilot with Visa, Fidelity, and China AMC. Good for them. And MicroStrategy has acquired 1,045 Bitcoin for 110.2 million at 105,426 per Bitcoin. I bought it at just the right time because it went up just after that. Dr. Rolex also bought a Marvel Comics 1 secret rare with the OMI. So I don't know if you knew this, but I had the other night, I had sold a couple of Blackpink stuff and a couple of other things, and I had reclaimed the number 5 spot on the stack. I'll show you the stacker. Where is it? Stacker World. It's probably going to have me sign. Oh, it doesn't have me sign. Good. So if you go to leaderboards, now on the leaderboards, my Marvel rank is like nothing, right? It's 373. It's like, but if you go on the Marvel rank and you have 2 options. There's all, and then there's a toggle for sub 100. Now I was, he's beating me by one. He has 169 sub 100s, and I have 168. I think soon I'm gonna have to. I think soon I'm gonna have to go in and take him over again. Not now, not tonight. I'll let him have it for a minute, and then I'll get right back up with him. It is hard to do because sub 100s are obviously quite a bit more expensive than the others. So I'll give him a couple of days on that, and I'll try to save up some funds. But yeah, he's awesome. Lars is epic. BlackRock has bought over $500 million worth of Ethereum the past 10 days, and obviously now it's exploding. Wonder why. Shout out to Ace or altcoin _edge with over 15,000 followers because they say institutions aren't coming. They're already here. Join Definity Network founder Manu Chowdhury for an AMA hosted on our Telegram. It'll be Wednesday, 11 June at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And go to the Telegram. I mean, I might live stream it. I might not. I'll keep you all posted. Discover how funds, banks, and asset managers are already routing real volume through Definity's infrastructure. Again, hundreds of thousands per month. And I'm pretty sure the other day they did well over 6 figures on that one day. or in the six figures on that one day. I'll keep y'all posted. Mr. MC1 says Jacob Samuel bought a VeVe Gold. Yep, I saw that. That was great. The Lisbon parties were incredible. David just picked up the tabs of the dinners and outing with so many people. God damn. Good for him. I guess he's feeling real happy. The lawsuit's over. Everything's going crazy. Says people can meet David and Dan for free at any convention. They aren't the president. Fair. But also, again, you can say something like to the president, but is what you say going to affect the way that they run the country? Probably not. But if you say something to David and Dan, that might actually change what they do in the app, which could affect your bags. It could affect, again, now if you have hundreds of millions of dollars, yeah, you can not tell the president what to do, but a lot of times you can go in and say like, hey, why don't I give this to your re-election campaign or this? And we'd love to live in a world where that doesn't happen, but it does. But obviously with David and Dan, you don't need hundreds of millions of dollars. You just need whatever gold logo costs. And yeah, you could meet them at a party where there's the gold logo events, which are kind of intimate. And then there are the VeVe events, which are huge and vast and just wild. And you're not really going to get much one-on-one time with David there. But you could probably get a little bit of it with him at a gold logo event every year, sometimes multiple times a year. Dr. Private is a legend. He did such an incredible job with the orchestration of things in Lisbon. I bet he did. Photo, that's right. Sign up Devi. Okay, happy to mention. Shout out to Criplos for always requoting my stuff. Be like, gotta love $ daCAT. Shout out to everyone. Okay, let's go on to more news. There's a rumor that MEXC might introduce 1,000x leverage soon. My God, that's insane. So shout out to Dr. Kanan that is stacking zombie Deadpool on VeVe using his thing called 10-minute build. He puts them in things that he builds in 10 minutes. And he has quite a bit of the number of, he's got 18 editions of the zombie Deadpool. He has more than me. Good for him. So what will move first, collectibles or OMI? Oh, it seems that certain collectibles are moving now. It seems to be the blue chip ones. It seems to be the gold logo, the partner statue, Todd Riso. And you had a secret rare Miles Morales Spider-Man cell. Actually, I think you had we didn't go over the secret rare Spider-Man. Did we? Not the Peter Parker one. But we'll try that right now. Oh my God, my back. All right, show more. There's only 13 of these on here. $27.95. Shoot. And the one that is listed for 12.7 million is $27.94. So if you buy on Stacker, you save $1. Actually, you actually pay more because there's that fee. Yeah, heckin' wild. Frigo says, what's the price on the partner statue? If it was for the one that my friend bought, it was $1,235. You can get it for $1,044 over on the app. Almost. And congrats, Randy. There are those who do and those who only app. Agreed. Preach, girl. Preach. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Collectors Hub says, congrats, True Tech Junkie. You are the winner of the premium digital collectible, courtesy of VeVe Official. Episode 46 was fire. An incredible conversation and journey with Swampy number 5. Thank you for taking the time to be with us. Yeah. Oh, also, if Kuma's here, message me your VeVe. Username because you won last week's thing, because you won the auction. Amazon announces $20 billion investment in the US to advance AI innovation. I repeat, Amazon announces a $20 billion US investment to advance AI innovation. Guarantee you they don't pay taxes this year. Lil Ren says, feeling a little extra bullish today. Same here. Yep. KULR plans to raise up to $300 million to fuel Bitcoin purchases. There's a lot of money going in here. Are we getting a special guest tomorrow? No, David is going to come on the 24th. Tomorrow he's flying, and on the next Tuesday after that, we had scheduling issues, but he'll be on the OMI Homie channel on June 24th, where, yeah, we're going to talk a bit about OMI. A lot of it, so I'm going to save a lot of the questions for Rain and Doc. I will ask him a bit more personal questions, because again, like, there's only so many questions you could ask, right? So Doc and Crypto Rain will likely ask the OMI ones, and I'll ask the more deep personal questions, like, you were sorted into a Harry Potter house. Which house would it be? No, I won't ask them that. I'll ask them stuff that investors would want to know. Obviously, again, Rain and Dr. Stuff will. So two out of every 3 questions will be OMI related. I'll give them that. I will, if there's something that they haven't asked by the end, and I have something in my mind, I'll ask it. But for the most part, it'll just be, again, it's going to be something that investors would want to know. Anyway, you have Xverse, aka @Mo_Jam, saying OMI, the native token of VeVe official, is poised for a massive run this bull cycle. Here's why everyone should hold a Komi token. Thread. Oh, he puts a thread. Oh, I gotta go to the thread. What's his name? Mo_Jam. Okay, Mo_Jam. You're about to get read on the real Randy Chavez channel. Okay. Oh, that's right. First one. VeVe's premium NFT marketplace. OMI powers VeVe Official, the top platform for licensed digital collectibles from 200 plus iconic brands like Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, DC Comics, Lamborghini, Coca-Cola, and Ghostbusters, and more. Every purchase burns OMI, shrinking the supply and boosting value. 2. Stacker integration. Stacker World makes OMI the exclusive token for buying and selling VeVe NFTs. Crypto, fiat onboarding plus sponsored gas fees, seamless adoption for the masses, and Web3. Oh, and then Modern Investor comes on and says, how much OMI should people buy? I'll say, ask that, like, I'll tell you if you come on the podcast. He already agreed to it last year, and then it didn't happen. But yeah, I'm gonna keep asking him. R22 is, hey Randy, Cash 22 is on VeVe. How you doing? Been watching your content a long time now. It's awesome. Keep it going. Well, thank you. Getting that bread. I'm trying to get that bread. We got Schoenberg saying, I loaded up on comic sets this week, bought tons of low mint secret rare comic keys. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, a lot of that's good MCP. A lot of that, if it's key comic stuff, is good for the future. Nanoski says, just loading a small bag of daCAT too. Oh, my man. Let's get that bread. Obviously, I will always love daCAT because it's mine and it's my baby, and I'm writing a lot for it. I'm writing a lot to help build the universe, and it's a good time. But thank you for becoming a person that got a bag of daCAT. Good times. Digital Snowflake says, hey Randy, what up? Meow. How's it going? When bull run? I don't know. I'd guess for alt, I'd say fall. I'd say by fall. So we're in June, so July, August, September, October. Yeah, I'd say 4 months. And then we really see it start going bananas. And Dr. Strange, my man, what's going on, brother? I hope you're doing well. All right, let me mind blowing clip. Meow. All right, let's keep going here. Rudy, aka Nameco, has made a wonderful trade last night. I was thinking everyone is forgetting the OG Spider-Man is Marvel's first ever NFT digital collectible on the drop. It's a historic piece. I only have one, but it's a beautiful low mint match number 46 secret rare to his bud, the number 46 secret rare Miles Morales. Now he needs the number 46 Ghost Spider-Gwen. Let me see what she's at. Oh, that's a big enough. Okay, let's see what she's at, because I guess the first appearance of her is actually a Marvel Mighty. So let's go Ghost. Is she Ghost Spidey? I think she's Ghost Spidey. So collectibles. Yeah, so her first appearance is actually a Mighty. And the lowest edition, I don't even know if there's any sub. There's only a number 86. And then you have the Ghost Spider, the one that looks like Miles and Peter, that full figured one, not a chibi one. And this one, cheapest one is they're the lowest one's number 52, so the 46 isn't there yet. But maybe another time you can get that. Just in, BlackRock's IBIT spot Bitcoin ETF becomes the fastest ETF in history to reach a $70 billion assets under management. Wow. 70 billion, the big number. Paraguay officially makes Bitcoin legal tender. Good for them. Lady in red _E says, dressed in hearts and thinking of OMI. Gotta love OMI. SEC Chair Paul Adkins says the right to self-custody crypto is a foundational American value, which, again, I will not use an exchange where I have to give up custody of my crypto. Link down below to an exchange where you will not have to do that, and that is the Devi exchange. SEC Chair Paul Adkins says they are working on policy to exempt DeFi platforms from regulatory barriers. Interesting. I think that's bullish for decentralization. US and China will continue trade talks in London tomorrow. Trump said they are doing very well with China so far. So whatever's good for America is good for crypto. Trump also says that he won't get rid of his Tesla or Starlink, and he wishes Elon Musk well. Very nice that they are. Their breakup seems to be over. They have cooled off. Definitely don't like them. Don't like them fighting, because that's bad. Bad for our bags. There's that. Was I writing? Who decide what to do? Sean Berg had gone on and posted over on the Facebook of VeVe and says, time is fast approaching. I can almost touch it. You have done so much in really what's a small amount of time in the grand scheme of things. But what to do next? How do we lock this in for good for the new year? In what many hope trust to be the return of healthy primary and secondary markets chock full of investors, traders, and collectors alike. My 2 cents, a robust consumer burn program on VeVe, comics in all profiles, showrooms, vaults versus best offers, lot bundle sales with direct personal messaging available to buyers and sellers in the midst of a deal, interoperability and utility rewards, especially for active users and long holders and collectors at meaningful levels, as well as top exchanges for OMI, are the last of my VeVe OMI mandatories to stick around permanently for a lifetime and not just for now. And I believe most would agree with these over time. With that, immense strides have been already made, VeVe fam, but it isn't enough yet. Let's keep walking down the last few key elements to make sure VeVe becomes what it must and ends stationed amongst the elite of the tech industry in the far off years to come. What was once an idea is now already a company approaching $2 billion in sales in what is a field unexplored, as if they're navigating a lone ship in a brand new storm never seen. Remember when trying to decide what to do, who's right? What is the best strategy and how and when should I act? Is luck involved? What do I watch? What do I read? Well, there's no such thing as luck, merely opportunity meaning preparedness. George S. Patton Jr. I'm a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. Thomas Jefferson. Just bullish. It's just some BS from a normal guy, he says, and the photo is New Mutants number 87. He's got a bunch of secret rares. Dude's a mad lad, and we love him. Saffron daCAT says, woohoo, Randy, daCAT in the house. How long do bull runs usually last? A couple months or last for, I mean, we've been in a bull run for like a year because Bitcoin reached an all-time high before the halving. So, and then it went down for a while. So we've been in a bull run for technically over a year. Obviously, it's just been a bull run for Bitcoin, and that's it. And a couple of alts, but for the most part, a lot of alts are down. ETH's down. I mean, ETH's up today. Let's see where some of this stuff is. And I'm sorry, guys. I have so much. Shout out to my collectibles for being him. My collectibles being pretty awesome. Love that guy. Forget what I was saying. like 2 weeks ago, Crappy Bird was like a couple 100,000. Now it's like it did like a 12x in like a couple days. And does it go higher? It could, but like a lot of these cryptos, they go from here to here really quickly. And do they keep going to here? Yeah, but from here to here is done so quick. And then from here to here, it takes a little while longer. And that's what I can't wait to happen. Whether it's Definity, whether it's OMI, whether it's Devi, I can't wait for this stuff to happen. Something's going to go first. Now, if you're like unlucky, well, if you're really unlucky, none of what you have runs, and just get wrecked, right? But as long as they're businesses, the tokens are attached to businesses, and either they're innovative, or they're disruptive, or they make a lot of money. Whatever it is, like Definity's in a great position. Devi's in a great position. Well, Devi's in a really good position because they don't really have a lot of revenues yet, right? The exchange hasn't rolled out. So even though right now, yeah, on paper, yeah, Definity is just like crushing both VeVe and Devi because they're just making so much money now, right? And when I say so much, in the six figures each month, they're not making like 10 million a month or anything, but they're doing quite a lot. I mean, like on paper, they have like the best run biz. They keep everything lean. They don't have a ton of overhead. The margins are great, and again, they're making the most money, and they don't have to share that with licensors. And again, VeVe, I would say, insane because they have so much IP, and the IP they have is incredible. And with Devi though, that's once it starts. Now there's a chance maybe they just like are horrible at marketing, right? Maybe they allocate millions of dollars into marketing that does nothing, right? And let's say nobody uses the exchange, and then I don't see any of that happening, but let's say it does, then bad times. Maybe it goes up a little bit just because of the bull market, but there's a very real chance that the Devi exchange becomes one of the it's going to be like top 10, but I think like top 5. Remember when Binance came out, it became the #1 exchange in like 6 months. And they're very predatory. I don't think they were always predatory. But because they had an awesome referral program. Devi, the best referral program I've ever seen. Oh my God, it's nuts. So I think that there's a very real chance that Devi becomes one of like the top 5 or even top 3 exchanges in the world. And yeah, it might not have revenues now, but damn it if it is not going to freaking crush everything. Everyone's going to use it. The token's going to be, oh God, so scarce. People lock it up. The people trying to buy, and they won't be able to. There's just not enough Devi to go around. But as far as how long it lasts, how long alt season lasts? In the past, maybe like 4 months, right? And then towards the end of it, you have other stuff like NFTs that ran last. So guys, visit thecatlinktree.com and get into the Telegram. The community is awaiting your presence. Preach. Oh, boy, says, congrats, Randy. What are the haters crying about now? The haters are like, they can't. I mean, there's nothing they can do or say. Congrats. Like, thanks, fam. Again, they bought in at this valuation, which was much higher than the one that me and Mr. MC1 had given. Congrats, friend. Gracias. Haters gonna hate. Congrats, Randy. You've been watching your channel a very long time. Your tenacity paid off. Thanks, Kaki Gaijin. Love him. He's a great dude. Okay, sweet. Yeah, haters are gonna cry that, like, they're gonna say like, oh, the deal didn't happen, or I don't know what they'll say, but good to know that there's always wrong and there's good things that you can count on in life. Chavez says, love when you read my little mini articles. Good looking. Gracias. Chavez says, I'm betting my account continues to double. It has doubled in the last 45 days. currently on Kosick side specifically. Kosick? Coca-Cola? I don't know that. Post comic sets and comic burn. They've been going up steadily more often than not now. Oh, my man. Okay, reposted. Mr. MC1 posting everything. Alex, thank you. Potts whoever saying grab this gem off of Stack World VeVe official. Getting that bread. Woo. I'll give him a woo. Woo. Number 2702. Criplo says, I'm here, let's go. I'll be like, yes, bae. I can't wait to what do I have tomorrow? Do I have I have a call at 3, I have a call at 5. So it looks like most of the day I'm just gonna be able to write. And I'm really hoping to finish that Penguins comic tomorrow because and then the Omi Homie show tomorrow. Because on Wednesday, oh, actually, yeah, I have to, because then tomorrow I have it's tomorrow that I have okay. And also, I don't, the VA was supposed to call with the time to set up my MRI, and they haven't, or they did, but I was in a meeting, I couldn't answer, so have to wait for the next one. Okay. And comic side, okay, I was gonna say, like, what is Kochik side? Kochik? Malchike, sorry. Just Snowblade says, are you the biggest holder of Omi? I am nowhere close. I am nowhere close. I only have like 220 million. I don't have a lot at all. Now that was a lot, or it seemed like a lot when the price was like 30x from here. But no, I am not even close. I had a deal that I was supposed to go through this like late this month, early next month, and I would have got like a good amount of Omi for it. I just don't have it now. Yeah. Stuff's going to other things, and I want to get more Omi at this price. I just have to wait, and I'll get that bread. Anyway. Oh, excuse me. Mr. MC1, thank you for recoating my stuff. Talking about his new institutional deal at a healthy valuation. Join and learn more. I love this man. Oh, that was it. Okay, cool. We'll get back to the news. My body. Okay. What else we got here? Mr. Champ says, I hardly sell. Taking profits isn't the easiest thing to do when it comes to selling things you get attached to. I'm still here to stay. He did sell a bunch of stuff, but self-made Brett Crawford, in Ikomi logo Secret Rare, Grogu and Pram, Eddie Russo. Okay, this dude, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Damn, dude just made 11 million Omi. Well, since April. But yeah, good for him. Got a chat. Says, how's your back? Surprisingly, it's better. I mean, I'm too scared to I'm too scared to go and what do you call it? Like work out or anything, but I've had a much easier time getting out of bed. I've had a much easier time like bending and not work. Like I haven't collapsed, knock wood, in a couple days, right? So oh yeah, water. So good. All right, look at that beautiful growth. All right, let's take before I continue on with more news, let's take a look at what we have as far as ETH. Still at 2,700. All right, not bad. Bitcoin at 109.7. Okay, little turbulent there. Let's see where it goes overnight and then tomorrow. And then let's take a look at, what was the last thing we haven't taken a look at? Devi. 55 cents still, and I want, yeah, want to get more. I should save some money, you know, right? I feel like that's a good thing. Turtle Golf. Who posted in this group? Welcome back. Welcome Jacob Samuel for getting in. Jacob Samuel. Please join, Mr. M. said, please join me in congratulating Chavez on his first institutional investment in the channel at a significantly higher valuation than the previous one at 250. This post has a link to the press release by Definity Networks. Let me give him a heart. Love you. And Turtle Golf saying, I knew Randy when. Oh, he's my bae. I love him too. Eddie Brown says, I just received the VeVe affiliate tabletop display in the mail, and it looks incredible. The high-quality color details from the featured digital comic are stunning. It's a real head-turner for the upcoming comic event table. This pick does not do it justice. I'm now tempted to jump on Soccer World and pick up a few more comics to level up my digital collectible. So shout out to Eddie Brown for getting that bread. Oh yeah, Maserati. Experience the elegance of Italian design with Maserati Alfieri Interactive Digital Collectible. This stunning concept car, unveiled for Maserati's centenary, blends racing heritage with modern craftsmanship and breathtaking detail. And don't miss out on the very limited yellow edition with only 44 editions. Ooh, honoring Alfieri Maserati's lasting legacy. Did I open this up yet? Oh, I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna go to the VeVe, the VeVe, and I am going to. Oh gosh. And we're gonna take a look at how much these cars are. I don't know why. Is this an allergy attack? Oh my gosh. Okay. Maserati Alfieri. $40. The rare for the common, it's 2014 editions. 50 editions will be held. Oh wow. Okay, that's the common special, 44 editions. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. So yeah, it's gonna be a gamble. You pay $40 for the one of 2000, technically one of 1965, or I'm sorry, 64, or pay $40 and you get a one of 44, which means one of 39 because five are withheld. First public available mint is number 6, so that's interesting. So there's really just one of these. Yeah, when is this? This is June 15th, 11 a.m. Okay. Oh, Father's Day. Okay. What is this date? Maserati drop 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get that bread. Okay. Just in 11.5 trillion, BlackRock says wealth advisor adoption for Bitcoin is very early, meaning there's a lot more adoption to go. Ooh, Crappy Bird saying crappy history, 100,000 rounds on base chain. Final warning, this is the official beginning of a long flight. Bonus crap machine launching this week, and they've reduced the minimum needed for spinning from 250,000 to 100,000 crappy. Jump in because all-time high will fall, says Crappy Bird. And again, just a quick look at their game. It is pretty cool. I played it before. And Bowza says we are about to go so much higher, bros. Based Elnin has like 80,000 followers on X. Says, what's your biggest bet on base? I said, definitely the OMI token. It powers VeVe official ecosystem. You can buy NFTs from Disney, Lamborghini, Star Wars, Maserati, Ghostbusters, Marvel, DC, Cartoon Network, USPS, Aston Martin, and more. And I feel like everyone should do those raids. Elon Musk deletes post saying President Trump's tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. What does that say? I think it says either he just said that just to say it, and he was in anger, or he and Trump had a talk, and the talk went really well, and Elon understands what Trump's trying to do. I feel like they've had those talks already. I'm going to go in blind here. Recording the first. Oh, okay. Are we expecting these weekly Devi roundups? And yes, we are. They're recording the first one this Wednesday for Devi. Shahan, shout out for daCAT for being #1 on Memezilla and ticker trending on the day. Good for them. Aw, girl, my bae. Oh, I love her. And then I think that's it. All right, we're good on the news. Let's do, what do we got here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Heather, yeah, Comey's up too. And Earth 2's Essence, yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Okay, let's do, let's go on Twitter. Let's go on X and see what See what people are talking about. Cryptos is replying. Yes, Bay. Cryptos replied. Give me those hundreds. Good for him. 52. daCAT post. Mr. MC1 requoted. Love that. Oh my gosh, there's so much to DB crypto. Commenting daCAT. Yeah, daCAT's doing really well. And with not a lot of volume either. Okay, let's go to X and see what people are talking about here. Go to the top, the tippy top of my following. That's an ad. I hate that's the first thing that I see. Mosvane says, you heard Cryptolos, sounds inevitable. I love the little daCAT artwork over there. It's so cute. So chibi. Carson will not ever be pardoned. I won't get into that. Starlink hits 6 million users, an unstoppable rise. Elon's Starlink just hit 6 million global users, adding an average of 9,900 new customers per day the last 100 days. That is nuts. Network has grown from a few 100,000 users in 2021 to millions today, 4.6 million in December to 5 million in February, and now 6 million. Starlink's growth is relentless. Elon's push to connect the world from orbit is rewriting the playbook, making the satellite internet revolution a reality. No sign of slowing down, only a path toward even greater reach. Love it. Baby Zombies, and congrats. Man, your work ethic is second to none. You deserve this win. Enjoy it. Trying. I'm trying. Trying to get that bread. I don't know. Starlink, give that a like. Protester fires paintball gun at federal officer in LA. Shocking video shows a protester shooting a federal officer in the face with a paintball gun. Oh, I don't even think I need to show that. From a moving car amid ongoing protests outside of LA's federal building. That is wild. They are wild and out there. Senator John Fetterman says, I unapologetically stand for free speech, peaceful demonstrations, and immigration, but this is not that. This is anarchy and true chaos. My party loses the moral high ground when we refuse to condemn setting cars on fire, destroying buildings, and assaulting law enforcement. Say agreed. See, I agree with Democrats. There's Cryptos. Pablo CRO says, we'll be doing a buyback of 2,500 for future giveaways. 2,500. Epic. Pablo CRO, a buddy of mine. We like anime. We like nerd stuff. Million.base.eth, or the Bit homepage, says the worst kept secret on Base is the secret Base Alpha Telegram group, the best place to find alpha and tools for your token. That's really cool. Shout out to Bit homepage because they allow me to buy a couple of tiles, and the tiles have OMI on it. So again, shout out to them. It might even be in here. You might see OMI in the middle of the screen. It'll be after Crappy Bird. It'll be under 3. There, wait. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's like super small. I can't get a good picture of it. Super small, but it says OMI right there. Oh, shoot. You know it did. Let's move on. Tom Bibian says Binance is currently dumping their Solana. Are they? Oh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, like 15 million. Why is Solana sell 50? I mean, again, the 15 million that they sold in Solana, like it's still up 5.5% on the day. And Solana has 96 million. Oh no, I'm sorry, $4.1 billion in volume. So selling 15 million is not really gonna do much. And is there a giveaway to sell? Actually, yeah, there is. Let's do a. Yeah, we're gonna have one. We don't want to give anything too crazy public away. So let me talk about. Let's do this. X. Going to be a Gilmore Girls reference. Where did Dean and Rory share their first kiss? You don't have to worry about spelling. It could be, as long as it's close, I'll get it. But where did Dean and Rory share their first kiss? Whoever answers that down below first. And again, don't worry about spelling. Whoever I see that does that first will win a small amount of Definity. Small amounts of Definity. Brother, so much. No, it wasn't Central Park. You crazy. It is in, well, it's got to be like what specifically? Like it's in the fictional town of Stars Hollow, but where in Stars Hollow? It was a specific place where you see all the time. No, it's not it's not Central Park. It's not a bathroom. You could probably Google it by the time that, yeah, where they share their first kiss, and you'll be able to, whoever comments that down below first will win the Definity giveaway. Oh, thank you, Gary O at 124CA3. Be like, thanks, fam. Saying a lot of thanks, fam, today. And then they will win the giveaway, making this, making that, making that, making that. Congrats, Chavez Cat. Oh, why, thank you, Fun Under the Sun. Thank you, Bay. All right, while we're waiting for that, let's continue on with X, and then we shall see. Jen Morris, kind of Space Penguins. Love the Space Penguins. They have a space going on right now. It says, over $240,000 raised, and we've blasted into stage 3 of the pre-sale. Here's what's happening. 247,000 raised, 14.7 million escape sold, already 27.9% through stage 3, and 13 days left to grab your spot. This is something named Jen's. This does not look like they've actually raised that much. They have 77 followers, so I don't think that's a thing, but we'll see. People keep calling about cat season, and I don't know why. I don't see a ton. I mean, they're fun memes, but that's really all I see. Arnold Webb, Bitcoin, Pepe. That's an ad. Law enforcement deployed flashbangs in LA protests. Things are heating up in Los Angeles as law enforcement has already begun using flashbangs and other munitions. That is wild. You have Omi Homie Janie says, back home in Dallas, just sitting and reflecting on our Portugal trip, and all I feel is deep gratitude. Dr. Prophet and Stacker World, thank you from the bottom of my heart for believing in us and trusting us to capture the magic of Stacker's very first event. Dan Crothers and David Yu, thank you for creating VeVe Official, the spark that reignited so many of our passions for collecting, for travel, and for community. You've built something truly special. To the VeVe fam, y'all are the heart of it. I'm constantly in awe of this amazing community and so proud to be a part of it. I love you all dearly. And then Max, quoting Meatloaf, says, you took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, it must have been while you were kissing me. All right, let me put that in quotes. Oh, it must have been while you were kissing me. I don't know if he's going to get the reference. Yes, Baby Zombie, you're right. It's Dosie's Market. So send me a, you could either send me your Definity address if you have it. If you, oh, okay. Okay. Good times, good times. So you do this tonight, and then we'll do another one in a couple weeks. We do it every month. Oh God, excuse me. We do it every month. This will be my first. Okay, so then send me. Just shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM, and we'll figure it out. Okay. I'm gonna resend that to Max. Will do for you. Okay. King of Hearts says, do you play any instruments? I played violin and piano. Violin for years. Piano was self-taught. Stock Twits. What is Juan? Juan. Is that any? I doubt that's anything meaningful, but let's see. Juan is on Soul. $11,000. Nope. Glad to see folks getting into Definity Network. Yes, I'm glad to see that as well. And Zombie, whatever I give you, you gotta make sure you hodl. because they'll be worth a lot more in a year's time, maybe even less, maybe even less of that. Good idea. We'll do another one tomorrow, and then every month. There's Max and Janie, True Tech, Junkies. The VeVe official Lisbon VeVeverse build underway. Oh, he builds such amazing stuff. I love that. When peaceful protesting involves throwing oh my god. Peaceful protesting does not involve throwing bricks, guys. That is nuts. Seems to be the only thing I know how to do. My man, get that bread. I guess they'll do. I'm not talking about that. Meta. Everyone's talking about Sui being the meta. Oh my god, dude. Governor Newsom's a total quack. Emoji is hosting a space. Saying start listening. Good for him. We might go on a space later. We'll see. Nancy May says California is losing its mind over ice. Someone tell them it's not their oat milk. It's great. Being Real says, hey, Edmund Oilers want the formula to beat the Panthers. Stop playing Turnover King. Oh, that's great. I love it when people from VeVe get salty over sports, because I do it too. I do it too. As my Jets, I've been a losing team my entire life, but it's okay. One day the Jets will win. What's up, DeBaker? How's it going, fam? Giga Chadette. I don't know who they are. Join us in an episode with $100 Giga. Let's see if that has anything. Giga. There's Giga Chad. $231 million market cap is nuts. I thought there was a Giga Chadette. I guess there's not. But Giga Chad has quite the market cap. Peter Schiff saying Bitcoin's back above 110,000. What's up with that? It'll soon be above the market cap of gold, and there's nothing you can do about it. Peter Schiff says, I don't have to do anything about it. It's extremely unlikely to ever happen, especially with gold's market cap rising. Oh, God, Peter, just let it go, bro. Let it go. You were right once in 30 years. And, Jesus, man. Most of your collabs start with D, Devi, Definity, daCAT. And another identity called Mr. MC1. You're right. I would say, yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. Maybe I should lean into that, and I should start focusing on companies that begin with the letter D. Baker. Meow. Tom Bibian says, giving away free Bitcoin punks worth $700, 200 plus peeps. To enter, retweet, tag 3 peeps. VeVe Viral says that. Congrats, man. Be like, gracias, senor. He's a cool dude. VeVe Zombie. Well, you don't have to add the duh. He's already Dr. Rolex. It already starts with a D. Dr. Rolex. O'Milly, I think his birthday was yesterday. Millie's birthday, but happy birthday to O'Milly. Launching the next. All right, what is this guy Stu? This guy Stu says he's launching the world's biggest meme coin. 120,000 followers. I don't know if it's going to be right. Next, biggest meme coin is launching in 15 minutes, and it's Stu's own meme coin. Could be a generational wealth type of play. If you don't buy it, you're droned out. Be ready to regret it later. Dude, I follow this dude, and we haven't gotten any. I mean, he follows me too, but we haven't had any messages. But I don't know, man. I don't know, Stu. I don't know about that. I mean, we'll see. It could be great. Could be crazy. When you own daCAT and you can use "duh" in front of your name. Oh yeah, it's true. It's true. Ugh. And Space Penguins comic should be done by. I'm really hoping by tomorrow, because once I have that call tomorrow at 5. Once that's over, I should have to get started on another comic. So I really want to bang this out tonight. So I probably should end this soon. But before I do, we'll go for another 20 minutes and then I'll end it. Ugh, my body. Oh, you think you got it? Okay. YouTube videos. It's DACAT. Typos. Okay. We'll do one more of the Devi here. 55 cents. Do one more of Definity. I think that's 3.9 cents. It is 3.9 cents. And then we'll CoinGecko take a look at Bitcoin's 109.8. Ethereum's up 8% on the day to 27.12, which is nuts. Oh, very good. Just the beginning. Da Randy. The best. And the rest here on Gilligan's Island. Yeah, 1.775 market cap for daCAT. Love that. Getting rid of Stu here. Getting rid of that twice. When VeVe merch inside the VeVeverse. I would love that. 63SW says reward of 1 million OMI or VeVe Superman collectible if someone can find VeVe user Tut and have him reach out to me. Million OMI. Pretty nice. It says if ICE needs more bodies on the ground, I'm willing to temporarily stop my political work to help. I study criminal justice in college. I'm physically fit and want to make sure that mission is a success. I'm very serious, ready and willing to serve. Wow. Impressive. Aaron Offals is Governor Newsom. I've never thought I'd hear a president threaten arrest of an opponent. Bro, them's literally tried to arrest them all. I can't fucking take it with them. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, that looks so cool. That looks so badass. The things that people can do nowadays is just absolutely mind-blowing. God, it looks so dope. Presley says, let's go, baby. ETH breaking the $2,700 trend line. Good for you, Presley, for taking notice. Yeah. What is Quakey? Quakey? Aw, this is a little cute little blue duck. It's adorable. Ow. Oh, gosh, my back. Join us. Bring LA sheriffs push protesters back from federal building. Ooh. All right, I'm going to do... I'm going to go for my For You page now. And my For You page. So Cryptlo says, I called daCAT at 650K. They're sitting at 1.7 million now. Next stop is 2, then 3, then 5. Then y'all already know how this plays out. As ETH moves, so do we. People will FOMO at 10 million. And CryptoLo says we'll be eyeing 100 million. That's 100x from here. It's like 50-ish x. 100 turns into 10,000. Okay, yeah, he's pretty nuts. Yeah, ETH's going wild. ETH's finally exploding. I see it, guys. I see it. Joey Swole says, whether you're a man or a woman, mental health is not a joke. We need to support each other. Joey Swole, I love you. I'm very proud to be one of the very few people that he follows. See if we can get him on here soon. Comes of Crypto says, this Superman #1 legendary mint, number 53 of 150 editions, just sold on Candy Digital for $4,449. Good for them. Could be a lot of OMI. Bowser said, I feel bad for a lot of Web3 brands, not because of bad product, but because their go-to market having a strong reliance on KOLs to bull post their bags. This can only last so long until it fades. This is why I'm building a bridge between authentic, talented, and unique creators and brands existing in Web3 and Web2. Creators that know how to use their voice, platform, and add a human feel to these brands is what's missing, especially in a distrustful place like crypto. To be honest, a lot of progress will have to be led by example. This is exactly where my focus is, on the next brick wall. On this next brick by brick. Good for you, Bowser. Congrats, man. Thank you, Crazy Dan 420. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, girl. Girl, tell me something, girl. Treese says, taking advice from someone who hasn't done what you want to do is almost insanity. Agreed, Treese. Agreed. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Sorry. According to everyone, LAPD and National Guard troops to clear the area. Good times. Nancy Mace, love her. Who's Forged? And why am I getting his stuff? Oh, because Crappy Bird commented. Okay, gotcha. Love it when Crappy Bird comments. I could always give him a heart. Lilgar says, kind of like those rock pallets randomly sitting for other riots. Oh, yeah. sees all the footage and collected by hundreds of cameras all around LA in order to determine what truck delivered cinder blocks that were used on ice. Yeah, preach, girl. Space Penguins is in another space. They're awesome. I was on there before this. I was shilling daCAT and VeVe, which is great. Thank you, Emily, for retweeting. That's pretty. Oh gosh. Let's go over a couple other cryptos that I haven't gone over in a bit. Let's do Flow. Let's see where the flow is at. Flow's up 5.5% today. 38 cents. Got a long way to go, but 38 cents I think is fine. Off the Grid has a guns token, and I want to see what that's up to. Is that Off the Grid? Just says guns. 340. Yeah, okay, yeah, 20 million. Yeah, nice. Down 4.5% on the day, though. See what Alluvium's doing. Alluvium's up 8% on the day to $13. It is a far cry from the $1,700 that it was. But yeah, I think, does it get back up to all-time highs? I mean, 100x is, 1,300. And that still wouldn't be all-time highs. But 100x for Definity, I'm sorry, for Alluvium. Oh, yeah, that's a $12.5 billion market cap. I'm not saying that it can't get there. Just saying that, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I will feel easier about saying people can get to that number when a blow off top has happened for a couple of people already. What does Definity do that another company does? It's a lot. They're the hybrid decentralized exchange for institutions. So I'll give you a bunch of not alpha, but a bunch of stuff on them. They're a crypto business in general. It's the legit cutting edge of institutional crypto narrative. They offer access to the crypto spot trading for fiat on and off ramps. And they do have other opportunities within the digital asset space, like so for hedge funds, asset managers, banks, and crypto native companies. But banks is the big one because banks are, again, that they can do things that banks can't as far as settle like USDT and trades in USDC like super quickly. And a lot of banks, it takes like a day. It is a brand of DMA Link. DMA Link Manu also owns. It started in foreign exchange, and they've been doing that since like 2017. And they've done over like $1 trillion in volume with that. Because for foreign exchange, it's like a lot of times 1-to-1. The margins tend to be really, really thin there. But when they got into blockchain, that's what the margins for that are arguably much, much bigger. So again, an on and off ramp for exchanges and banks. They have a virtual asset protector license from Meridius. Almost nobody else has that. If they do, send them my way, and I'd love to invest in them. Outside of that, they have, so they're in London. I'm trying to get them in the US. I'm trying to get them legit to Ohio, because Ohio has this thing called an opportunity zone, where if a foreign company is headquartered here, they don't have to pay tax for like federal tax for like 10 years. And on top of that, they have these job credits where they could recruit straight out of Ohio State. And I think they will. So they're partnered with Commerce Bank, Nomura Bank, Danske, Credit Agricole, CME Group, and Ibanera. They exchanges One Trading, which was Bitpanda, which I think people might know of. They've also struck deals with Kima Network, Utila, Axion AI, which Manu also owns, Chainalysis, Super Oracle. So you might have known a couple of those. Basically, but they themselves are not an exchange. They don't take custody of either crypto or fiat. The custody of the fiat when they're doing these deals is with a European investment bank, has a AA rating. The custody is either self-custody for your crypto on either Fireblocks, Utila, or any other institutional grade solution via accredited custodians such as BNY Mellon that they partnered with. So they have a bunch of really cool partners. And a lot of institutions want to get into crypto, but a lot of them can't really easily access the market. Like even in emails, like I know a couple guys that work in the industry, like they can't call it crypto. They have to call it like digital assets because it's such like a dirty word in banks, right? Like some of that is loosening now. But they have a custody agnostic ecosystem where again, institutions keep their funds with the European Investment Bank, and they're able to trade within like a second, like fractions of a second, making a collateral deposit. They can deposit crypto in their chosen institutional custodian or self-custody on Fireblocks, and they can still trade with zero counterparty risk. And so Definity is pretty much like Amazon in that aspect, where it just takes a small fee for every transaction, but it's not party to the transaction. So again, they're doing a lot of volume, and the margins are like that. But again, when you're doing like 9 figures in volume and the margins are like that, that's still a nice amount. But they have a bunch of market opportunities. So they have institutional foreign exchange where they have, again, super tight margins. But crypto and fiat both have like margins that are like 25x larger than that. So that's why they're really focusing on crypto. They have crypto repo, which is a repurchase agreement, and that's literally worth like multiple trillions of dollars throughout the world. And again, they're just looking to take a small piece. So they have crypto borrowing and lending, which is it's in the billions. I forget how much, but it's been growing by the billions, and they'll take a larger part of that. So putting those two things together, again, that's how they're able to get to well in the 6 figures each month. And they also have something called gaming repo, which is not to be confused with crypto repo. Basically, they partner with Bitline, and they have a repo structure to bring a new and innovative product to market where you straddle cryptocurrency and gaming spaces. So if you have Definity's financial expertise and Bitline's reputation with the gaming industry, that's a nice little marriage. The product utilizes the same transaction structure as traditional repo agreements. Sorry about that. I accidentally hit my KFC guy. But it provides crypto assets to be made available for sale, so high net worth individuals can come to access casino chips. The minimum I think for that is $250,000, and they could do like up to 10 million. So if they don't want to like wire in money, what they could do is if they have a certain amount of Definity or a certain amount of crypto, they'll get a loan to value of like 50%, 70%, whatever it is, and they use their crypto as collateral, and they get gaming chips, and then they get a fee for that. Some of that fee goes to buybacks. Some of that fee goes to burns. They have an anomaly detector too, which, listen, I'm a part of, and I could show you part of it. Let me find it here. So the anomaly detector, if I think, is it Warren Buffett that has one? Or is it like JP Morgan or like one of these big banks or big names has an anomaly detector, and it usually costs like 15,000 a month. And they have one made with AI. So like example, asset UNI anomaly score is 91%. This time was at 1 p.m. on June 10th. Score change 4.50 cents or 4.50% for an hour, 13.7 12 hours, 90.7% for 24 hours. And they have like multiple of these per day. So if you're like day trading, you could go on and use it. Again, you'd either have to pay, I think, like $15,000 or $20,000 for it, or if you hold Definity tokens, like if you hold a certain amount of Definity tokens, you can get that for free, or you can pay in Definity each month and you get like a discount. So again, you have to hold a sizable amount of Definity tokens in order to get that anomaly detector. You get it free for life, or you have to go in and pay in Definity tokens, and then you get a discount for it. So it just gives it some nice utility there. And they also do market making. So some AI agents that they've been developed for the anomaly detector can also be used for market making. They're pretty effective at outmaneuvering sniper bots. The tokenomics is pretty. Tokenomics is pretty simple. It plays a central role in the Definity ecosystem. It's got a fixed supply, and there are quite a number of utilities, some of which I've just mentioned, as well as mechanisms that slow the token velocity. A lot of the utilities result in Definity being burned, which is really cool. Is that the end all be all? No, but it's just really cool that says like, yeah, we're only gonna, and I think there's 171. Let me check this real quick. 171 million tokens. I feel like I should probably know this, but there's so much, only so much that can fit in my brain. There is, yeah, 171 million tokens. Total supply is 171. Circulating supply is 153. And again, I have a healthy supply of them. My network has a healthy supply of them. We've got a large amount, and we're ready to get even more. And then you have discounted trading fees. Like I mentioned before, there are two ways in which institutions benefit from reducing the fees. Again, you could hold Definity, get discounted trading fees, but be advised it's in the six figures that you'd have to hold. And then alternatively, you can choose to be invoiced monthly, and you just receive a 20% discount on the invoice if you pay with Definity. And gaming repo, there'll be discounts on arrangement fees for gaming repo liquidity provisions for Definity holders. In essence, after liquidity has been provided, the recipient of that liquidity will be eligible for a discount on the fee based on their holdings of Definity. 20% discount for the anomaly detector, market making services. So institutions will receive a 20% discount for market making services if they elect to pay with Definity rather than fiat. Portion of that Definity will be burned. So again, a lot of this stuff, again, the buybacks and burns, all of it comes back to revenues and utilities for it. So that's a lot, and other companies cannot do that. I mean, they could. It's not going to be as efficient as Definity. They're pretty dope. Anyway, not my intention. I don't know how I X'd out of that. The end stream button's over there, and I like hit my knuckle down there, but it's anyhow. We'll do 3 more minutes here. Let's go over. I want to see what the OMI is doing. 00022 up 2.5% on the day. When moon? When back to double zeros? When back to single zeros? I don't know. We'll see. Multiverse. Let's go back to SHIRO and see what they're up to. SHIRO Nico. Oh, 1.1 million in volume now. Very nice. Very nice. How much? Let me try Spores here. Spores Network. We'll take a look at that. They're up 0.75, 3/4 of 1% today. 141K in volume, though. They get lots of volume. Market cap's only 200K. Fully diluted, it's almost 1 million, but yeah, I think that has a really good potential. And then let's try Essence once more. My throat is gone. That guy, sorry. Yeah, sorry guys. Oh, Essence is not supported by CoinMarketCap. Oh, what a howdy doody. Ooh, it's back down to 2.9 cents. So let's go. Let's go. I can maybe get some more. Somebody just sold $3,000 hairs worth of Essence, and they have 14,000. So maybe they, maybe they have a lot more left to sell. So I might wait on that. Keep y'all posted. Let me copy link. Someone in my whale chat. Seems like a big deal. Paste. What is this seeming like a big deal? I guess my whale chat's a little slow. They quoted OMI's thing from like yesterday, saying a fiat onboarding and platform sponsored gas fees acquiring utilizing OMI to purchase from VeVe official on Stack World is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Like the Jackson 5. Every digital collectible purchase permanently removes the token from circulation. Yeah, I don't know why they're like. I mean, I guess people are just finding this out for the first time. That sales on Stacker, every single sale on Stacker burns OMI. I don't know why. I don't know why people are just figuring this out. But like not everyone, no one's as obsessed with this as I am. And yeah, no one's as obsessed with this as I am. But even keeping your finger on the pulse, you probably should know that. But I guess it's cool that people don't, because then people are surprised and they get a little more bullish. So, you know, I'm happy with it. 52 more in SHIRO Flaming Cheeto Burn contest. That's 520 billion SHIRO burned, earning from new wallet buyers. To celebrate an amazing day for crypto and signs of alt season, SHIRO is adding another trillion to the burn, 1.52 trillion from our buyback wallet. Absolutely epic. Absolutely incredible. Great job, guys. And I'll give them a meow. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah. Oh gosh. There's so many. There's so many people. Okay. I'm gonna bounce right now. So everyone please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I have to get to writing. I have to probably get on all this space. My poor throat. I love everyone say bye-bye to Devi. Bye-bye. I love you guys. Bye. Okay. To lose all my senses.